So, hey everybody, I have been having a blast doing these women history, learning so much about just women in general, number one, but women that are like right here at our fingertips and the great history they provided. And some of them even come and say, I really don't think I'm a history maker. Why are you saying I'm a history? And then after we talk, you then see how fabulous they are. So that's what this one has done today. She doesn't understand why she's here, but I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you all that she does here with Parent University.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Maria Sobrevilla. I am the PU coordinator for Parent University, and my job is to help provide resources for parents, such as GED classes, Google classes, any type of computer, anything that could help the parents at Michelle Clark better themselves so that they can help their children.
So you don't think that's history because you're changing lives?
Well, I didn't think of it like that. I did.
I mean, when you're changing lives, you know. So I always use the analogy of all the women that have done something, and when they do it, they change their lives or make a way for the younger women to come forth. So girls then look and say, "Oh, I could do that because she opened the door for me." So you open the door for them to learn Google, any type of classes,
Right, like sewing,
sewing, yeah,
Spanish.
sewing, Spanish. I mean, come on,
Yeah, I didn't see it that
you're
way.
changing lives.
I guess when you love what you do, Principal
Yeah.
Anderson, it just comes natural. And I really love what we do here, especially knowing that you give us this access to be able to
Don't
provide
give it
for
all to me. It's
to
it's
these
you guys who
parents.
do it though.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I
So
wouldn't change it.
what else I see? So I'm gonna have to walk her through everything that makes her a history maker. Also, what else makes you a history maker is you have the most beautiful family I've ever met. Tell us about the family.
Okay, so I thank you so much. I'm a mother of five. I have a 20-year-old studying public health at UIC, third year.
Big deal, public health. There you go.
Yes, she's wanting to go into medical school. God willing, she will be
She
successful.
will be.
And then I have a senior, 18. I have a freshman, 14. I have an eighth grader, 13. And then I have my son, who's 11. And they all go to different schools, guys. And so that's a task because they're all in different.
So what I think is amazing is when I first met you, I know that you were moving around a lot, and it was because you were taking all of them to their different schools and making sure that they got their needs were met at each school that they went to.
That is correct. Yes. I try to make sure that the kids get back and forth to school simply because their education it's free and it's free and it's something that they need to be successful in
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
And so I believe that all parents should take the time, to find out what's going on in the school, to make sure your kids are getting back and forth safe to school. And some people have access to get someone to take them. Some people have bus transportation, but for me, it's they're all in different schools.
Yeah. But what I think is so cool about that is that I've seen you pile them all in the we're so short that we have to keep getting up to
So
get our
sorry.
legs. But think it's so cool because it's the family time of putting them all in the van,
Yes.
and then everybody's being dropped off as they go. It's such another portion of family time that there's many kids that will want that.
Right. And I think we start at 6:30 in the morning, drop off. From 6:30 and we pick up and we get home at 6 o'clock at night. So it is quality time because we sing, we find out what's going on in school, some it's just a very eventful
Yeah.
time. And 2-3 hours in the car is a long time.
Yeah.
And so it is valid. It is family time.
And you pick up your husband too in that.
And I drop off and pick up my husband.
So I mean, we talking all of the kids, you and so the whole family.
The whole family.
You guys don't have any animals, do you?
We do. We have two dogs.
You got to start bringing the dogs because I've never seen the dogs in the car.
So we do. We have two dogs, but they like to be at home. They're
Oh,
not
okay,
outdoor
okay.
dogs. But yeah,
So that's history being made because a lot of people would want a loving home that we have quality time wherever it's at.
right.
See, that's my second point to you, that you just were willing to just say no. There's nothing historical about me.
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think as a mom who's always on the go,
Mm-hmm.
you never realize these things.
Yeah.
Like it never dawned to me. I think I would do it for my kids, and sometimes I do it for other parents' kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I could fit up to, at least when I had a minivan, at least 15 kids,
Oh my God.
and they were from different. They
You
were
you were a
kids in the
taxi,
neighborhood.
yeah, you were a taxi cab
because
driver.
mom couldn't take them.
Yeah.
And so I would take them.
But that's also how our neighborhoods flourish because everybody would get together. When I was younger, if I did something wrong and the neighbor whooped me or did something to me for doing it wrong, if I went home and told my parents, they would whoop me because I shouldn't have did it anyway. But they would be supporting the adults,
Right.
and so that's how we learned also that we have to always respect adults and all of those things too.
And I come from a big family. There was like 13 of us.
I was getting ready to get to that.
And so
So where do you fall in the 13?
I'm the second youngest.
Oh wow,
The
okay.
second youngest. And I want to say that out of all the 13, only 3 went to school, and I was one of the ones
Yeah.
who was blessed to go to school.
Okay.
And out of 13, I never understood how my mom was able to feed us
Mm-hmm.
and feed all the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
My brother would say, "Mom, we barely have enough for us." But that pot always turned into a pot that fed everyone who
Yeah.
the parents were busy working. And so I think I grew up with a strong role model.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, she believed that there was no bad kids.
Yeah.
She believed that all kids were going through something, the majority of them, and we should help one another because that's what builds a community.
Yeah. That's like our civic duty. Wow. So what about like your grandma and and the other women?
So my my grandmother was a stay at home.
Uh-huh.
And my great grandmother, she worked picking cotton out in the fields.
Okay.
And so back in the days, women would have a lot of children.
Yeah.
And now women think more of I'm going to limit to what I have because I want them to have the best
Mm-hmm.
in life. And so my great grandparents, my grandmothers, they were stay at home. And
Yeah.
one was she picked cotton in the fields.
But what's interesting about that is like big families, I always think of them as like big love. Like my aunt has like 9 kids and we only have 4 in our family. And I used to be like, I wouldn't even know what to do with all these people, but I always think that it's this like huge abundance of like love that you get a chance just to let, 9 kids, in your case, 13 kids figure out, their own way through things. But then once again, like you said, your brother would say, we don't have money. Why do you keep doing this? And your mom didn't listen to that.
She didn't.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that my mother taught me is, don't look down at others and don't assume. Just love them because you don't know what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my house there was always conversation.
Yeah.
And now I've been installed that we eat at the table,
Mm-hmm.
and some families don't eat at the
Yeah.
table. They're watching TV, and so whatever values my mother installed in me, I install in my children
Mm-hmm.
because it is good family time, and we're in a time where we need this time with our kids,
Absolutely.
and our kids need this from us.
Yeah. Because you find out that, first of all, just having those conversations, you learn so much from them. But they get a chance to learn like the traditions and all that. So who's the cook out of the girls?
My senior, my 18-year-old
okay.
Isabella, she's the cook. And so my public health, my Abigail, she is more of a, did anyone get hurt? Like she's the type that
Yeah.
fixes boo-boos. But
Uh-huh.
the cook is my 18 years old, my Isabella. Who's
And what's the
18.
freshman? What's their specialty?
Freshman? Oh God, she she'll do anything for the dogs. So it's like the dogs need to go
So
out.
she's probably going to have to be a veterinarian.
She wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to. Now she wants to be a fashion designer. I don't know, but I just listen. Like whatever makes, and I tell her, whatever makes you happy, what
Yeah.
you want to do. Because in the long run, you do something for me, you're not going to be happy. It's a job
Absolutely.
and not
Yeah.
a career.
Yeah.
And so if you changed your mind, that's fine. I go, you have a long way to go.
That's so amazing. And so, I love your husband. I think he's amazing.
Oh, my husband. Yeah.
I mean, it's not men's month, but I just had to shout him out because he's amazing.
My husband, I appreciate him because for all the times that I can't do something,
Mm-hmm.
he's always willing to take off. I can do it. Like what needs to be done, or he sees that I'm overwhelmed. Like what and we laugh because we were good friends,
Mm-hmm.
and so we were like, we were really good friends. And so for me, it's like he would do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just who he is. So we're
Yeah.
kind of compatible, that we both love. We have a passion to help others.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's the beautiful thing.
So I've been asking this question to everybody so far, every woman that I've done. Let me see if you say it. So you're kind of like a public servant. You give, give, give. Does it ever stop?
No. No, you know why, Principal Anderson? Because I think that when you really love what you do, there is no limit to giving. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's always people in need. And so when you know that and you know you can help, I think we've even done without to give someone. But that's just who you are. When
Right.
when you have a passion to help and you really want to do something for others, it just happens.
See, that's every time I ask that question, I say, so since you're a public servant, do you ever think that you'll stop? And everybody's like, well, I may not do it here, but I'll be doing something else that's given to my community or given to family. So it's one of those things that is very interesting, because sometimes you think when people retire that it means that I'm done doing whatever I was doing, but technically it just means they just switch roles to someplace else to do it.
Right. Because like on the weekends, my husband and I, we teach youth groups
Oh,
in Little
see, I didn't
Village.
know this part. Tell me about the
See,
youth group.
so we have a youth group who we reach out to. They want to play basketball. They just want to have a conversation. My husband says, stop feeding them, because sometimes I know these kids. We work out of Little Village,
Okay.
and sometimes these kids are hungry, and so they come in on a Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we feed them. We have conversation. How are you doing?
Yeah.
What is going on? And some of these kids, you'll be surprised that they have so much going on and no one to talk to. So that's what I do Saturdays, and my husband does it on Sundays.
So how did you get this group?
I through the church.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a group through the church that every year they call us, can you volunteer? And I'm like, yes, because I believe that because I have what I have, if I didn't, would
Yeah.
someone help my kids?
Yeah.
And so I see the need, and I see that I can, so why not? And my kids are like, Mom, are you going to teach today? And I'm like, well, yes. And sometimes I'm at the store and I find myself buying for my kids, and they're like, we don't like that. I go, no, it's not for you. It's for my Saturday kids. And so these kids,
Yeah.
they because we love what we do, Principal
Uh-huh.
Anderson, they become our kids.
Yeah.
And I have high schoolers. I have from freshman to sophomore, and my husband has sophomore to seniors.
Wow.
Yeah, we do like 3 hours on the weekend in the morning.
See, that's.
Yeah. We play
Oh my
that.
God! Look at the lives you're changing. And once again, you didn't think you should be in here for
I
Women History Month.
No, but I'm having a great conversation with you.
So
yeah.
let me ask you, like, if now that we've come up with some things that make you a woman of history, right?
Oh, thank you.
If your picture was up on the wall, we don't have to say it's next to Mother Teresa, although I will put you next to Mother Teresa.
Principal Anderson.
What would you want people to remember or have learned or have gathered from you? And the work that you've done, I guess I would say.
I would just say that if I could pass the torch, I would just want people to keep doing what I do. Just love these kids, love the time, and if you can give, it doesn't have to be financially. If you
Yeah.
can give mental support, like if you can help these in any other way besides financially, because we all can't, I would just say that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it
You know,
does. It does.
Just always know to give from your heart, because
Because sometimes it's not about the clothes or the money I can give you.
Right.
It's about what I can give you that touches your heart and make
Right.
you feel, yeah.
And I've noticed simple conversation like, how are you? And you wouldn't believe what people would tell you. And
Wow.
they smile all the time.
Yeah. So you know what else makes you a history maker for us is that you're one of the people that help us when Spanish families come in and we don't know what to say.
That's funny. Well, because I didn't grow up speaking Spanish.
Oh, really?
I learned Spanish through my father-in-law, and I took 1 year of Spanish in high school.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's because of my father-in-law. They're from Mexico. And so he would tell me at the dinner table when I was just the girlfriend, he would tell me, I don't mean to embarrass you, but just moving forward, that's not correct. That's not proper. And so I was never,
Wait, what wasn't proper? You not speaking Spanish?
the words that I was saying was more of a
Oh.
Tex-Mex. It was
Yeah.
more of a half English, half Spanish.
Yeah.
And he was like, just moving forward, that's not how you say that. And I would take it like, okay, I'm going to learn. And so I would go there just to learn to speak Spanish.
Wow.
And-
so did your husband already speak Spanish?
So my husband speaks Spanish. He
Okay.
speaks actually 7 languages, my husband.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What 7 languages?
He speaks
See, once
French.
again, we talking about him again, and it's really, but it's because I love him so much. But go ahead.
He speaks French. He speaks Latin. He speaks God, Arab. I don't know if I'm saying
Really?
it right. So he speaks 7 languages.
You know, he just went up even higher on my
and
notch.
and he went to Kenwood. He went to Kenwood. Even he would take summer classes,
Uh huh.
and so they always thought he was a scholar. And so as he went up, the teacher counselors took the time to help my husband, and he became who he became because of the counselor. And he said there was an African American counselor who never gave up. She was a woman, and she always said, you know what, I think you should do summer classes. And he was always taking classes,
So cool.
and that's how come he knows 7 languages. And so,
That is like so, and he uses them at his job though
yes,
too.
he
Yeah.
does.
Wow. I can barely keep up with English, let alone add another one to me. I mean, I struggle.
And he tries to enforce that in my kids. And when we teach on the weekends, he's like, don't be afraid to learn something new.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
So your kids speak any other languages? or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they speak Mandarin. They speak French. They speak.
There's a lot going on at this table. Then here, I thought we were just having a regular English conversation.
Yeah, no, my kids, they speak more than 3 languages.
Wow. So how do you keep up then?
I don't. I let my husband talk to them. I'm like, what are you saying something bad to me? My husband's like, no, but we have them talk to my husband. Like every now and then, my husband will carry a conversation because he said it's important to know.
Yeah.
It's very important. So my kids, yeah, they could speak a few
That is
languages.
so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
But
so
that-
proud of you.
Thank you. But that's because people actually have taken the time to teach our kids,
Mm-hmm.
and so that makes me want to help someone else's,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
So this is just a guess. Since your mom fed everybody, do you feed everybody on the block too?
I do.
I knew it.
I do. I really do.
What's your best dish that you make that everybody?
Spaghetti and mashed potatoes because I make homemade mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you make the spaghetti homemade too?
I used to, but I don't anymore.
It's
'Cause
too much work.
I don't have time, and my
Yeah.
kids are all in after school activities.
Oh, so then by the next roundup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So then what's your favorite dish to make? Maybe I should ask.
My favorite dish to make. I'm a pasta person. Lasagna.
Really?
Lasagna.
I thought you was gonna tell me I'm guacamole and we'll go make some now.
But I can always make you guacamole. That is the most easiest dish to make. I'm allergic to avocado.
Oh, I did not know that.
No, but I want you to know that I still eat it. I just have my EpiPen.
Like your EpiPen. Just,
Yeah, or some Benadryl, whatever.
I did not know that.
Yes, I love it.
So
And
you willing to just?
Yes. Yeah, because sometimes it tastes it like I could taste it and I'll start to get hives. But every now and then they're like, "Mom, you're not supposed to." I'm like, "Oh, but this is gonna come out really good." And so yeah.
Wow. So this is like amazing. The family, you know,
thank you.
I mean, I love them all. So what's next for you? Like, what do you see doing like 10 years from now?
You know what? I've always wanted to open up a home, like a foster home or an orphanage home, just like a youth group, like a center.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to win the lottery so I can open up a big center and I can have all kind of things for our youth because I believe that they are our future.
Yeah, they
And
really
so
are.
if we don't give them the tool, to have fun and to have somewhere to go. So that's my thing is to get a big place. and
Well, let me just tell you, you might not have to wait for the lottery. You never know who might be listening to this
oh my God.
that are like, let's give her some money to make this happen. I mean, seriously, you just never know. And I'm not saying we're like worldwide or like Oprah's going to hear us say anything, but you just never know, right?
And I laugh because I'm waiting for my husband to retire. I'm like, hurry up and retire so that savings, because it is a goal of
Yeah.
ours to just like help.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing I wouldn't do for our kids.
Yeah. And seriously, when I say that, like sometimes we play it short or low, like, that will never happen, but it's one of my dreams, right?
Right.
And there are people just like you are a dream maker for people. There are people that are dream makers that come out and say, hey, I can help with that. Or I'll donate this. Or like people give their cars to,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So you never know what might come.
See.
As long as you let me have a job over there too, I'll come help.
Oh, anytime you would be
I'll
welcome.
leave this place and I'll just go with Miss Maria.
What would they do without you here? Like,
Well,
what would
you
they
won't be
do?
here either, so.
But they still need
No,
you.
you'll still be here because you'll be like, I can do that on Sundays and then I'll do this on Monday.
Yes,
You'll
I
just
would-
map
I
out your
would-
days all over again.
As long as the staff, because you have amazing staff. Like, the staff is amazing.
Yeah, no, they're
and
good
and
people.
that's what helps build this
Yeah.
school. Besides that you're an
No, they make me
amazing
smile
person.
all the time when I come in.
So I have never come into a school that has made me smile the way this school does.
Oh, they make me smile too.
They do.
They
I know, because
do.
you're always smiling. But you.
But it's
have
probably
good-
because of my mom and dad though,
You
who
see?
always just
they raised you right.
yeah. I mean, we would sit at the table and tell jokes,
See?
and they all everybody wanted to be funnier than the other person, and I never wanted to be funny.
No,
No,
but,
but I always felt that no, I always felt that everybody else was funnier. So I always felt like my brother was the funniest, then my sister, and no, I always felt my dad was the funniest, like he's the funniest, and then it goes down, and me and my mom are like,
Really?
yeah, we're not,
And you're funny.
we're not funny at all. Yeah.
See, I say you're your hardest critic because you are funny. You are funny, and you're an amazing person. And I think coming into Michelle,
Don't be changing this around. This is about you.
it's an amazing place to be. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I've been
Oh,
really
thank
blessed.
you. No,
I've been really blessed.
but we've been blessed because you're here.
Thank you so much.
So as we wrap up, here's my final question to you.
Uh-oh.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Right?
what
This
is
is
he
gonna be
gonna
one.
ask?
It's really not gonna be that difficult. But, what would you say to the young girls that might pick this up and listen to this?
I would say to them is have a dream, have a goal, and go for it. Don't let anyone stop you. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, you're going to be very successful. It can happen if you believe. And don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't do it, because you can. You're your strongest person. You are your strongest person. And just believe and have a goal, and you can accomplish it. My thing is, don't ever let anyone, be it an adult or another staff or student, or just don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because you can.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
And when you say you can do it, when you start calling those things in, they kind of start coming and lining up for you.
Right. When you're sure and you're positive, and I always say, just stay to people that are positive, because sometimes if you go the other way, you're going to be pulled a different direction. But stay positive, believe in yourself, and you can accomplish anything that you want to do.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing the Michelle Clark students in the future. I saw one at the hospital the other day, and I had my Michelle Clark ID really quick. And she was like, oh my God, I graduated from there. And she was a nurse. She was like, I graduated from there. She goes, Principal Anderson, is he still there?
Oh my God.
And I was like,
that's gonna make
"Do
me
you
sound
know
really
him?"
old.
And she was really young, if that helps you. She was really young, but she remembered.
Oh,
just my ID.
nice.
And so you
Yeah.
can be, and ladies, young girls, you can be anything that you want to be. You just have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. Maria, thank you.
Thank you.
I know you were
Principal
nervous
Anderson.
about coming.
I sure was.
But we were just going to sit and have a chat and a conversation. That's what we did.
Thank you so
And you were
much.
amazing.
Oh my God, you were just as amazing, Principal Anderson.
I just try to be the host of this
See?
thing and keep it going, because I'm really so proud of this month and being able to just highlight great women.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for all you do. You're
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. See, and the bell always rings right on time. So this is Principal Anderson signing off. I'll see you guys with another woman history maker soon.